Yesterday, I woke up utterly in shock looking at Instagram, and I've seen this big wall of posts from the Star Wars account, and I had no idea that this Star Wars celebration was happening in Tokyo, so I was utterly blown away to see how much crap is releasing this year, next year, and even 2 years from now. And when I say crap, I mean happiness because I'm someone who is a big Star Wars fan, if you can't already tell. And all the things that I saw on it was pretty interesting. It was fire. I think it looks fun. Obviously, I'm only going to talk about some of the things that I saw. But I didn't really watch the celebration because, again, I didn't know that the celebration happened 2 days ago, I believe so. But what I did see is some of the things that are releasing. So I want to talk about that. The first one is the one that's coming in about 3 days from now, which is Andor Season 2. Andor was a good series. I really liked it. It was really good and also a big fan favorite of like a lot of people, even people who are on the Star Wars community. But I liked it. When I first watched it, I dropped it for some reason, maybe because I got bored of it because I'm so used to just watching, like action Star Wars. But like I gave it another chance, I think later this year because I don't know why. I want to tell myself from like whenever that series came out, I want to say, Isaiah, you stupid fool, why did you drop it? And when I watched it again, I gave it another try. I regret not watching it a long time ago, and yeah, I really liked it. So seeing that it's gonna get a season two is pretty interesting because it kind of ended like there wasn't gonna be a season two, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Does it really deserve a season two? I don't really care. I mean, it was good while it is, and if they make a season two, hopefully that it lives up to what season one was, or even a bit better. Just hopefully they don't ruin season two. But I don't know. From what I saw from the trailer and all that, we'll find out in 3 days from now, and I'll watch it. I'll give my opinions on it, of course. But overall, Andor season two coming out, pretty interested, pretty excited. Okay, big one. Big one that's gonna come out is a Darth Maul Clone Wars spin-off, basically. So, uh, Darth Maul in Clone Wars is amazing. I liked his character in Clone Wars. We see way much more of who he is as a person compared to like the Phantom Menace because we only saw him in the Phantom Menace for not too long, and even I think Rebels he was in there too. But again, I think Clone Wars did him really cool in it, and Clone Wars is actually like one of my favorite TV shows, maybe of all time, you can say. Most more specifically, like 7 and 8, like season 7 and 8, or 6 and 7. I don't know, one of those. Like the last two seasons of Clone Wars is like one of my favorite seasons of probably one of my ever saw, right? So seeing that they're gonna release a Darth Maul spinoff, which I think it takes place after Clone Wars or before Rebels or after Rebels. I'm not too sure. I know it's somewhere. It's either between after Clone Wars or before Rebels or somewhere in that area, right? I know it's like way past like the clone ages, right? The clone era. But we're gonna like see him. Obviously gonna use the Clone Wars animation, which is huge. I love that side of Star Wars was like the Clone Wars animation. I don't know what to call that. I guess you can call it like the Clone War TV shows. I don't know. It's just the ones that use that sort of like animation is a good. Bad Batch was amazing. Clone Wars was amazing. Even the shorts were amazing as crap. Like there wasn't like a single bad Star Wars animation that I just didn't like. They were all good. So seeing that they're gonna make one about Maul and him potentially training a Padawan, it will be hype. It looks interesting. So I can't wait for that one to come out. It's pretty cool. So obviously, yeah, Andor season. I'm looking at lists. Andor season two. Oh yeah, they're gonna make a new movie with Ryan Gosling. Interesting. They're gonna make a Star Wars movie about Ryan Gosling. I think it's called Starlight or Starlighter. It's something like Starlight or Starfighter. It's something Star Wars Star something. I don't know what the name is. I think I put it on here. Yeah, it's gonna be Star Wars. Waiting for the intro. Oh yeah, Star Wars Star. So I was right. Star Wars Starfighter. That's the name of it. and we don't really know that much about what it is, or from what I researched, there wasn't that much about it. All I know is that Ryan Gosling will be in it. It's a new movie. It's gonna come out in 20, 2027, I believe so, right? So let me do a quick little research here. Yeah, we don't really know that much. May 28th, 2027 is when it's gonna come out. So it's gonna come out then. And am I excited for it? It looks cool. Ryan Gosling, he's a pretty amazing actor. I like him a lot. A lot of like lonely freaking virgin men like relate to him a lot, and I can see why. So I think seeing like Ryan Gosling coming into the Star Wars universe, it will be interesting. I saw one of his speeches where he says like, the force is the people, the force is everything, and I found that to be utterly hilarious. I don't know why I found that funny, but as a Star Wars fan, that was pretty freaking funny. He's like, the force is actually us. It's the people. I don't know why I found that kind of funny. I don't know if I can find it on here. I know it's on here. I'm gonna find it real quick.
I'm a little distracted, honestly, by your hat.
You get a close-up of the hat?
Close-up of the hat.
Do you wanna tell us what it says, right?
I think it's just exactly the advice that we need as we embark on this journey. I think it's going to be a bit of a touchstone for us.
Yeah.
Because obviously you take on Star Wars, you take on something that's this beloved, it's intimidating, there's you're scared, you're nervous, you want to get it right. But we have a feeling that with this story, with this collaboration, we can get it right. So we don't want anyone to tell us the odds. We're just going to
So
try.
it's a very interesting one. I couldn't find the
Oh my goodness.
one where we talk about the force.
But is there a message?
Oh, here we go. I found it.
But is there a message that you want to share with the fans? In this moment when you're first just stepping into this journey.
I think, the force is a mysterious thing, but I think as I'm here, I feel like the force is the fans.
The force is the fans.
I think all we can hope for is that, may the fans be with us.
May the fans be with us. It was kind of funny to hear that. And I also saw when I was going to Instagram that they actually release a lot more. So I don't know like what's new here.
And Thrawn will be involved.
I'm so grateful he's coming back.
Oh yeah, Ahsoka's getting a season 2. Holy crap, that's getting it. I actually really liked Ahsoka. I think people didn't really like Ahsoka, but I loved Ahsoka. It was pretty cool because obviously Ahsoka's like one of my favorite Star Wars characters out there. She went from like my most hated to my top 10 characters. So seeing that is pretty cool. They're also making a game, I believe so. I think they're making a VR game, and there's also a game called Zero Company that they're making. They're making another like May the 4th short with, I think it's like Tales of the Underground. They made a lot with like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, and then they're gonna make one called Tales of the Underground, which should be about Bane and Ventress. So seeing that would be cool, seeing like the origin stories and all that. Like they're making so much, and it just caught me off guard. And how can I forget? They're making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Like they're dropping actual like they just dropped so much like lore to it, like actual like freaking Assassin's Creed Ubisoft, like that fest that he did. Like it's so interesting that they're making so much. And I'm surprised like by it. It's like they're making a game. It was a turn-based game. I think it's a turn-based game, so it says. We don't really have too much about it though, but a lot happened. Like it's crazy. So that caught me off guard yesterday, and I kind of want to talk about it. I know this video wasn't really that fluent or organized, but I don't care. It's just me spilling out what I saw. Like they just dropped so much things, and as a Star Wars fan, I'm excited. Hopefully that they're gonna be good. I know Star Wars, like I'm not blinded by it. I know Star Wars isn't doing the best. Like after a couple like they're also making another trilogy. I just heard like they're making a freaking whole new trilogy, which is interesting. So like there's still more that they're dropping, and it's crazy. Like there's so much happening in the Star Wars universe that it's just crazy. I know Star Wars isn't doing that well anymore. But I don't know. I'm still gonna watch him. If I hate him, I hate him. If I don't, then I don't. I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't care. I am who I want to be, right? And I'll watch it. I don't care what people say, right? I'm just joking. That's a joke. But anyway, I wanted to drop it because I was just utterly surprised and blown by it. I don't know why I waited a day to make it. Maybe just in case they dropped a couple bombshells, but they did. I just heard that they're making Ahsoka season 2, making a game, and obviously all the other ones I talked about, which look hype as crap. It looks good. Alright, that's so cool. I'm excited. I am. I'm excited, and if I get hopes down, I'm gonna be sad. That's just gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen until we see trailers and until we watch it for ourselves. Blown away. That's it. Thanks for watching.